Hello, my name is Ken Moore with Global View Investment Advisors, and our webinar topic today is Help Your Clients Avoid Losing Money They Can't Get Back. So we started something we call worry-free portfolio management because the number one regret seniors face on their deathbed is not that they don't have enough stuff, it's that they wish they hadn't spent so much of their life worrying. Based on this knowledge, we created this process. Worry-free is not risk-free. Instead, it is a collaborative approach to making the right choices over a client's investment lifespan. To summarize this, first I'd like to start with a quote. Financial advising is a prescriptive activity whose main objective should be to guide investors to make decisions that serve their best interests. This quote's by Daniel Kahneman, who won the Nobel Prize in 2002, and recently in 2012 wrote a book called Thinking Fast and Slow. He's done a lot of work on behavioral psychology over the last 35 years or so. So the summary today, to help your clients, we feel it's important to highlight a few points. According to the President's Council of Economic Advisors, conflicted advice costs investors 1% per year. It also is like a 12% commission on a rollover from a 401k going into conflicted advice products. It will make them run out of money 5 years faster. The average investor made 3.2% for the last 15 years versus the 5.4% for the market. That's the average investor in the largest fund in the country, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 index. The return again, 3.2% for 15 years. This happens because people think with their crocodile brain instead of their logical brain. With over $7 trillion in retirement assets and the overwhelming majority invested too riskily, you can do your clients a great service by helping them to roll over their 401ks and invest it according to their goals. So why fee only? Because it's all about managing conflicts of interest. We talked about the Council of Economic Advisors that conflicted advice costs 1% per year. We didn't say that when similar laws passed in the United Kingdom and Australia, 1/3 of advisors receiving commissions left the business. This is a great call to action for your clients who may be working with an advisor who can receive conflicted payment in terms of brokerage or insurance commissions or kickbacks. Everyone knows what fee-based means. Fee-based means that you can be working as an RIA, but that you can also receive insurance and brokerage commissions and revenue sharing kickbacks through private contracts that are not disclosed. Well, fee only is a little different. Pure level fee according to the Department of Labor rule, or fee only according to the CFP board, are advisors who only receive fees from their clients. It's no advisor who maybe in some way receive commissions or referral fees or revenue sharing from insurance or from brokerage. So despite however they may put themselves forward and who may endorse them like Tony Robbins, you need to be careful here. Dave Ramsey sends his clients to conflicted advice providers by rote. It's the only regarding investing. It should always for him to give testimonials to loss of capital first and foremost, and second, so he has to about making as much money as you can. Tony Robbins is working with another firm that so again, Americans have about $7 trillion in 401ks. This is not ambiguous. Under the many investors act, they would contribute for 10 years or more at a balance of $250,000 or more. Conflict of interest. Again, we said it. The average investor in the world's largest fund, the Vanguard S&P 500, made 3.2% for the last 15 years. Why? Because the market really gets paid. If you'd invested in the last 15 years, been back in 2006, back then again in 2011. Because they so if you invested here in 2007, you would have been back. They don't think by 2012. Slowly, consciously. What I'm not showing on the graph is that if you invested in 1996 about making investment in 2009, you would have been below that automatically impulsively. There are several periods in history 95% of the time over a decade you have been below water. Decisions. We need to tame the crocodile. How do we do it? Well, first of all, we like to take all of our clients through a game. This game illustrates that they are not only rational, they're almost perfectly predictably irrational. I'm not going to put anybody on the spot here, but I just want to ask you to go play along with me. If I come to you on one day, and on that day I'm making you play the game, I have a gun in my hand, you must give me $3,000, option A. Or you can choose option B. In this game, you have an 80% chance of losing $4,000, but a 20% chance of losing nothing. On the second day, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to bring you flowers. So on this day, I'll give you two choices. Option C, you can take $3,000 from him, I'm going to give it to you. Or option D, this time you have to play, but this time there's an 80% chance of you winning $4,000 and a 20% chance of winning nothing. So what happens in reality? In reality, 92% of people who played this game chose B. In other words, they chose an expected value not of minus 3,000, but of minus 0.8 times 4,000, $3,200. Now, when we play it the second time, how many people chose choice B, which is 3,000, instead of choice D, which is 3,200? 80% chose C, only 20% chose D. Now, more people made the wrong choice when it was a loss than with the gain, so people are willing to take more risk to avoid a loss than they would to make a gain. So when we know this, and then when we ask our clients to take a meaningful risk assessment, not 6 questions, a meaningful risk assessment that takes about 15 minutes, we can then estimate what their volatility is likely to be based on their choices. And if they're a medium risk investor who's going to take about half the risk of the overall market, and we define the market as the S&P, then if the market's down 21% to up 28% over a given 6-month period, then a medium risk investor should be down 10.5 to up 14, or an investor taking about 2/3 of the risk of the market would be up 15, down 15 and up 20. So, and the other thing that we do with is that the major studies confirm that advisors add value. Vanguard says it's 3% per year and 1.5% comes from coaching. Morningstar doesn't mention the coaching. They say that you can add 1.6% from instruction withdrawals and selecting where to invest in the world, sector, company, etc. InvestNet thinks it's 3%. The Council of Economic Advisors says that there's a 1% value add from not working with conflicted advisors. So guys, tell your clients to roll over their 401ks. They're taking more risk than they should be. They need to talk to you about that. You need to get them in a plan. And we'd love it if you could refer them to us. Thank you very much. To do it. The team, we just added another guy. He's a Harvard Law graduate. He's going to be a wealth transition strategist, and his job is going to be to make sure that we look at all the estate planning ramifications of the choices we're making today and make sure that we make those right choices. We also have 2 other CFPs on staff and a couple of paraplanners and our guru Christy to handle all paperwork.